Tickets were $10 per person for the museum, and there's a transport that takes you to the museum. There's our ride. They have all these landmarks that you can go check out, and they have the main museum that you can see. Back in the day, you've been right here near the water. So this was the original Panama City before building the other city. And what happened here was really, really tragic. The Spaniards basically built this beautiful city. They decided, rather than do like they had done previously and built their city up on a hill, they decided to build it down near the water where it would be convenient to do their trade and all that kind of thing. Built a beautiful city here, and then in 1671, Captain Morgan came back, which he promised he would. After getting approval from England, he came and destroyed the city. Well, he didn't technically destroy it. The Spaniards decided to destroy it themselves rather than let England or someone else come and take it as a stronghold. So they put gunpowder in the city and they blew the place up. I've seen a lot of these cities, and this one is kind of sad to see because they basically had to destroy their own city that they built with their own hands. It took them 60 years to build it, and then they had to destroy it. You know, the thing that I find interesting when I do these kind of like history lessons is that there's always a story behind the story. There's always something that you're not being told that you have to go and find out. So in this story, Captain Morgan comes in as a pirate. He's been hired to come in and destroy this Spanish city. The Queen of Spain is very upset and very distraught that her city got destroyed here because it's a very important port area. On top of that, England gave Captain Morgan the authority to do it. But if you go back further, you find out that the Spanish really took this area from the native Panamanians. So there's a lot of things that's going on, a lot of things that's happening. Hate to see a city be destroyed, but didn't they steal the area first? It's a controversial thing. So this was a two-story house that the church would rent, and they would rent this house out to pay for their choir. So technically this was an Airbnb. Look at the size of these streets. This was a full city. So after Captain Morgan them killed everybody, then they had to put the fire out. They had to become firemen because basically the Spaniards just blew the place up, started the place on fire, and it burned till midnight. So this is the house of Genovese. I was looking for this place. This is the place where slaves were traded in Panama. They wanted this place to be close to the port, making it easier for them to bring slaves here and trade them and sell them here. Being African American, I can tell you this. When you come to a place where slaves were traded, it's a real eye-opening experience. Something you don't take lightly. Just to show you how common slave trade was back in the day, this building would have been a place where slaves were traded, and it's only steps away from the Catholic Church. So you can imagine the Catholic Church had their hands in a lot of things back in the day. After 400 years, I'm surprised that this place still exists. It's very normal for people to mow these places over and just build right over. But I'm glad that they at least stop and see the need to keep the history. To have a city like this, you got to understand that even a prosperous city like Panama City, and it's construction all over the place to better the lives of the citizens here. If you have a place like this old town, do you rebuild it or not? Well, a lot of cities have decided not to rebuild these old places because it just costs too much money. I'll tell you this, it's very good to visit them and get the history from them, and it's very good that they don't build on top of them. But if you unearth these places and start building, it's going to cost a lot. It's going to cost a fortune. So Kendra and I decided to hitch a ride back.